Hi, beautiful shining stars. So, welcome to week 5 of scripting your dreams, your lifestyle, everything and anything that you intend and you desire. So, this week we're going to be scripting more. Oh, my hair's a disaster. Scripting more on our story. So, you want to work on what are you stating about your story? What does your story sound like? And um, I'm excited that Spirit shared this kind of like week 5 theme because for me, since I've gone through so much the last couple of months, 6 months even, with my situation at home, finally breathing, coming out of that, still coming out, still surmounting that energy. um, I've had to revisit my own, story. I've had to revisit, what I've been saying, what I've been complaining about. And something that I do is when I overshare and I overstate and I over complain and over vent, you have to delete that, cancel that out. As humans, of course, it's all about purging. I share with you guys that I will sit with my journal and I will purge every emotion, every feeling, anything and everything that I want to cast out of my life and just completely let go and delete. So, in order for me to do that, I also need to reassure that I'm in a state of gratitude over the things that I have manifested, all of the things that I intend and I desire, and constantly be sharing that story. My life has completely changed once again, like massive, massive changes are occurring. And Spirit's just telling me, Daisy, get ready. There's even more things coming, even more things changing. I just uploaded on my Patreon the predictions for the Chinese New Year. And, these are all parts of the things that I do and I create constantly. I want, as I'm creating this class, of course, I want it to be evergreen. And I'm sharing with you what I'm going through at the moment I'm going through it, because it's all about my experiences and declaring those stories that I want to co create into my lifestyle. So, this week, the prompts are going to be different ways of telling your story, different ways for you to amplify and charge. So, you could be in this kind of like flow type energy. And of course, I talk a lot about synchronization, even more so in my manifesting wealth class. I talk a lot about synchronization, but here in our scripting class, everything is synchronized because when you are co-creating with spirit, when you are in alignment and you are in this beautiful space of just manifesting what you intend and you desire, you are in alignment with the outcomes of what it is that you want. So you want to have a space where you're telling your story repeatedly, um, talking about it out loud, and we're going to be doing like different like sets, where you're going to be able to stop the clock and just kind of rant your story, declare your story, share your story. It's more powerful if you do it verbally. But I get it. Some of you are working, others have your house full of people. So it's a little harder for you to be able to go into those rantings. Something that I do is I do this in the shower. I mean, I'm a ranter all over my house. Like everybody knows that I talk to myself and talk to spirits, and I just go into these rants. Especially, hello, I have my different altars that I work on and rituals that I have to declare over. So that's me. That's kind of part of my work. So it's easier for me. But for some of you that can't, finding spaces maybe in nature, maybe in your car. My BFF, when she was going through it, she would leave the kids inside the house because she didn't want to share with the kids everything she was going through in her relationship. So she would go into her car with some coffee and her cigarette, and this is where she would have those conversations so the kids wouldn't, hear about them. But we're not venting, we're ranting our story. So, lock yourself up in your car, put the AC on, and rant away. Nobody has to know because everybody thinks everybody's on Bluetooth now. So you are fine. The point is that through these exercises, these journal prompts, and these little rants, you are going to get in a space. You're going to be the cause of the effect that you want to witness in your life. My causes this week, my birthday week, have been to go out and have fun, have been to work on my classes, have been to finish the things that I have to catch up on. I'm still catching up on work from last month. So it's giving myself the time, accepting that I'm human and that it is okay if I'm behind. It is okay, that I can't meet a deadline, that I'm, able to message the client or, do it according to when I am able to finish it because I want to give, my very best work, right? So I purposed this 6 week course, of course, depending on where you have it. When I first created this course, as I'm speaking right now, it has been well over 6 weeks because we started in mid December. And as I'm recording, we are already in the first week of February and we still have 2 weeks. Um, the energy is beautiful though, because so much magic has unraveled as I'm co creating this with you guys. One of the things is these last week and a half, I've been working. I promise you all that I'm going to close this class with 48 prompts so you could have another 6 weeks of scripting, because the whole point is 6 and 6 is 12, right? And so there's like these beautiful energies and vibrations that you are going to consistently be creating and working and writing your story. So you start it and you're working on it and you're co-creating. And I don't know about you guys, but I've witnessed so many amazing shifts and changes in my own life and undergoing a lot of craziness. Um, so, like I said, it's you taking your time to love yourself, honor yourself. If you're not doing the very best because you're going through something, understanding that that is okay and expressing your next so you could do better and and grow and expand and just one of the things that I tried to stop doing was over promising, because I would go on Patreon and I would promise I was going to do this and that or the other. I go on YouTube and I promise, and I still catch myself at times saying, "Oh my gosh, wait! I said I was going to do this and that or the other." So I try now not to say, "Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that," because then if I don't, I feel first I'm not, being honest with you, and I'm not giving you what I said I was going to give you, and second, I'm not honoring myself the time to do the things that I have to do. So when you script your truth, script what you can and will do. And if you can't make it, you don't have to apologize. It's okay because you are human and you're allowed to make mistakes. That's why we're here, to grow, to expand, to create our heavenly earth, to create the lifestyles that we intend and we dream, and to stop feeling that we owe everyone everything. One of my issues and the reason why I cut down, really, really cut down with clients, is because sometimes they feel like they own me. And I have some that are wonderful. One of you is in this class, my fairy goddaughter. She's so loving and understanding, and I have to sometimes be like, oh my gosh, I have to message her because I haven't messaged her in like a week or two, you know. So the whole point is that do what you can, okay? Don't overdo it. Do the things that you love to do. Like I love to create my classes. I love to create my journals. I love to share all this knowledge and wisdom with you all. But I do it because not only does it fulfill my purpose and my passion, it also supports me financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, like in all the ways. And I want you to have that as well. I want you to find yourself through these scripts, because sometimes we feel that we want this or that or the other. And on our journey, we find out that there's more, that there's options, that we've outgrown this and we're doing that. Like I have outgrown doing readings and doing a spiritual work for clients. I'm in like a whole other level, and that is perfect for me. I'm also giving room for newcomers to step in and start doing rituals and readings and all of that. So love yourself, honor yourself, and when you share your story, let it be the story that rings integrity, that resonates with what you truly intend and desire. And then every single day, start living that story. If you have been like watching my Patreon, me and my husband are constantly working on a relationship. I am a bit of a diva. When things get ugly, I'm the first one to ask for a divorce. But, I also compromise. I allow the in between for him to be like, okay, I get it. You're doing this and that and the other. Let me do this and that. Let me take this from your plate. But it is also, I do a lot of scripting. I do a lot of intention declarations, a lot of rants in my shower. And and of course I have conversations with him. I share with him, I want this out of my life, I want to try that. These are the things that I would like to witness in my next decade. And I do that. I take it one decade at a time, like one span of not even a whole 10 years, of 7 years of seeing, like, I feel like this 2024, as I'm creating this, is like this new chapter, this new season. So from 2024 to 30, maybe 31, it's like a whole other chapter for me in what it is that I'm trying to manifest and achieve. And it's also gonna take me into my 55, 56 type of years, and thinking about when I get there, like, what are the things that I want? What are the things that I want to see and realize by that time? So when you're writing your story, it's not just today, it's today, tomorrow, the next decade. It's like, where would you like to see yourself in a decade from now? Maybe you're trying to start a family, maybe you're launching your business, maybe you're trying to get married. Whatever it is that you are co-creating, give yourself time. Stop being so hard on yourself. And I'm not sharing this with you just through spirit. I'm sharing this with you because I go through this as well. I sometimes, I remember in 2020 and 2021 when I wasn't like all over my clients that were like, do me, do me, do me. And I wasn't messaging them. And, I had clients that would get upset, like, hey, I messaged you an hour ago, or hello. I cut all that out of my life. I completely cut it all out of my life because it was like some people didn't understand that I had to sleep. I had people messaging me at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning when I was sleeping and getting upset because I wasn't replying, because sometimes people could be very selfish. And I felt guilty because I wasn't there for them, and oh my God, and they were going through it. And I'm sure that sometimes you could relate, maybe not so wise as clients and stuff, but this could be your parents, this could be your siblings, this could even be your children. You know, there's times that you have to be like, wait a minute, what about me? And especially that as I'm creating, like, this year is all about loving thyself, expanding thyself, taking care of thyself. So when you write your story, write it through your vision, what it is that you intend and desire. And stop apologizing for that. Stop apologizing for wanting the things that you intend and desire. And you know what? If people don't like it, then they're not meant to be in your life, and that is okay. I have lost many clients, many friends, family members that just didn't agree because I wasn't giving them what they wanted. I wasn't being the reader. Like, you don't know how many times I had people that were just my friends, even family members, that just wanted to be around me to see what I had to tell them. They would like travel all the way to my house, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have a fun time with them and we're just gonna vent and have fun and hang out. And all they wanted was for me to read them and tell them what I saw and how their life was gonna turn out. And it was, I remember one time I was doing a sabbatical that I wasn't doing any readings or nothing for like a period of a time, and they got upset at me. This was pre-COVID. This was like in 2017, and till this day we don't speak anymore. And of course they turned it around and blamed me, and that's okay. And that's absolutely okay. And maybe I was a bitch. I'm not saying I wasn't at fault. I'm sure I was, but it's all because we have to have a standard. We have to have some kind of compromise, and it's okay for us to say no. Right now I have a client that's like, I need a reading now. I need a reading now. I need a reading now. And I was like, I talked, we had a reading a week ago, and my birthday was just 2 days ago. And I do have to do all of these things. And it's like every day, like, they're messaging me because they want a reading now. They want a reading now. And, it's wonderful. I'm grateful for the abundance and the prosperity. But it's also the, okay, no problem. You want a reading, but I can't do it till this day. Is that okay with you? It's not what everybody wants when everybody wants it. So when you're writing your story, write it through your eyes, through your needs, through your intentions and your desires, and from what you want from your story and your life to be expressed into physical human form. On another note, so I create those 48 um, journal prompts. I'm still creating them. And there will be at the end, that's going to be the last thing that we have on this class. As I was creating that, Spirit's like, Daisy, you're going to create this into a journal. This is going to be your next scripting journal. And I was like, well, of course, that is such a grand idea. So you guys are the first ones to get this. You're going to, of course, get it in PDF of the journals course. It's going to be completely different from the PDF because of the formatting, and I have to add like the how to use the prompts and all that good stuff. But you also have a kind of an option once it becomes a journal to decide if you want to get it and use it as well, and with your PDF or as extra, because the whole cool thing about scripting and using prompts is the more you use them, um the more you manifest. And sometimes I will use the same prompt and it'll be completely different. I'm gonna something that because I went to a beautiful live today, and I love this. I wrote it down and said I'm going to share it with my scripting class. I love this, and I shared this with you guys a whiles back. Acknowledge how good things are, and I think I want to make that into a whole section of prompts on gratitude, because a lot of us we're like thinking gratitude is like thank you. I'm grateful. Oh, thank you. But gratitude is also, I love this. I love that on my birthday I spent a day with, some of my kids. And I love that I engaged with nature. And I love that I had coffee and I had a margarita. And that we ate some crazy spicy food that was a little overwhelming, but it was fun to enjoy. And I love that I walked around, and I love that I had breakfast for dinner. And I love that I just, had this beautiful time with a lot of pictures so I could add to my journals. I absolutely, absolutely loved all of this. And as I was creating all that, I got the idea of, revamping the composition books, which I shared with you guys in a couple videos back, and I'm gonna share how I do this on my Patreon. So you could do this yourself, or I'm going to be creating some extra ones to upload to my crafty shop. But the point is to do the things that you want to do, that, don't overwork yourself. It's not like something that I shared in the language of money class that I'm creating now is that I'm always saying to do all the things that you can do, that you love to do, but also have time for yourself. Like I will work my butt off like a whole week of work, 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 work. And then if I want another week of just kind of like complete leisure, I could do that. Going into the level of doing the things that you want to do. One of the things that I share in my other wealth class was that once you get to a place that you're overwhelmed by work, this is a moment for you to up your prices, because that means now you're at a higher level. So you're going to need to make more money but work less. And a lot of people don't understand this. For me, it's easier because since I'm creating classes and courses, then I'm creating all of this magic, and then my beautiful participants are enjoying my creation, but I'm able to have leisure time, right? So it's like thinking about all the things that resonate with your lifestyle, what it is that you absolutely want to do and love to do, even if you're doing a 9 to 5, and you feel like you need another $10,000, like go to your freaking bosses and express to them, I need another $10,000 because I'm working my ass off and I need those $10,000 because they're going to pay some old bills that I have to, you know, finish off, pay off, whatever. But the point is for you to express what it is that you intend and you desire, and share this magic over the people around you, influence their energies. I'm doing a lot of influential energy this week because of the energy and frequency that we're in, especially that we're pretty much on a whole other new year sacred energy and vibration, creating a certain specific frequency. So I'm trying to influence over certain people that I have on my altars. And this is the time, my friends. While you're taking this class at this radiant moment, no matter where you are, it's always the time. But know that when I created this class, this energy is being sent out to you. This vibration, this co-creation frequency is being sent out to you. So take advantage of everything that's happening and continue on your path, but express your story with gratitude. Namaste.